It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you'll hear a lot about detection and also treatment options. But one thing that some experts think is lacking is patient education about breast reconstruction. East Cooper Knows Health, and Dr. Richard Klein is with East Cooper Plastic Surgery, and he joins us this morning. How are you?
Hi, thank you for having me here.
Thank you for being here. Now, there's a lack of patient knowledge when it comes to breast reconstruction, but there's an initiative that has just come about that's trying to change that, right?
Right, and this all, I think, came to everyone's realization. In 2007, there was a large study published that showed only 30% of women who had breast cancer were informed about reconstructive options prior to surgery. And
wow.
Obviously that's very concerning. It was even worse in minority women and women who were uninsured and women who lived in rural areas. And last year, some Canadian surgeons started Broad Day, which is Breast Reconstruction Awareness Day.
Oh, wow.
And this year it's really caught on. There's about 20 countries having Broad Day events. It's going to be the third Wednesday of October every year. And the Center for Natural Breast Reconstruction is sponsoring the first Charleston Broad Day event. It's going to be on the Carolina Belle dockside with Charleston Harbor Tours, Wednesday the 17th from 6 to 8.
Now, what makes this particular initiative different, or this event different than any other breast cancer events or programs that have existed?
Well, they're calling this closing the loop on breast cancer because it's like it's sort of unfinished business. Obviously, curing the cancer is the important part, and that's what everyone should be focused on. But there's studies that show that getting a quality reconstruction can greatly enhance a woman's sense of well-being and make her feel whole again. And allow her to really put breast cancer behind her and not have a constant, reminder of it.
Now, why is it that you think with when it comes to minorities that those options, are the options just not being discussed, or do they hear them and just don't want to?
I don't know that that's been sorted out very, very well. And I think Charleston fares significantly better than a lot of places because there's a lot of plastic surgeons who are very well trained here.
Now tell us again about the event and how people can get involved.
Well, it's limited to 150 people, and if you call the Center for Natural Breast Reconstruction at 849-8418, they can get you a spot there. If you go on our website, www.naturalbreastreconstruction.com, there's information there. You can send an email.
Okay. Now, when a patient comes to you and they want to talk about breast reconstruction, take us from the time that they walk into your office up until the time of surgery. What are some things that they're going to experience? Well,
fortunately, we see the majority of patients now when they've gotten the diagnosis of breast cancer before they've had their mastectomy. And, we ascertain that they're medically suitable to undergo reconstruction, which the vast majority of people are. We talk about the advantages of implant-based reconstruction versus reconstruction with the extra tissue that God may have provided, which can be used to make a breast. Our particular practice is especially focused on reconstruction using extra tummy or extra buttock tissue. And we do microvascular transfers. We were the first in the Southeast to do muscle-sparing microvascular breast reconstruction. We actually have people come from as far as the West Coast for that. So most of the patients who make it into our office have some idea that they're interested in using their own tissue. However, the majority of patients nationwide who get reconstructed have implant-based reconstruction, and most of them are very happy with that.
And of course, you weigh the options of both in whichever way that they want to go. Do you ever find that sometimes patients just opt not to have reconstruction?
Absolutely, and it's not our place to talk them into it. But we think that it's a shame that so many people are not told of the possibilities in advance. And we see a lot of patients who had their mastectomy previously, weren't told about reconstruction, or weren't told about all their options. There's actually a federal bill in progress now. It hasn't been passed, which would direct the government to start informing patients about breast reconstruction options.
Wow, that is great. So once again, let us know about the event that's going to be happening, the Broad Day USA.
Broad Day USA. It's going to be on the Carolina Belle Harbor Tour boat, but dockside, Wednesday, October 17th from 6 to 8. There's a lot of vendors who will be there selling this and that, with the proceeds going to fund things for breast cancer survivors at East Cooper Hospital. There will be drawings, there will be prizes, there will be hors d'oeuvres and refreshments. And there's also a recycle your bra.
Oh, you know, ladies, we need to think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you have bras that you don't use anymore, they're going to find some way to put them to good use.
Instead of just keeping them in that one drawer that we know that we all have. Well, Dr. Klein, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, 2 fun trunk shows are headed to Charleston this month, and details are just ahead. Plus, it's open enrollment time, but sorting through Medicare information can be a chore, but help is available through the Trident Area Agency on Aging.
ABC News 4 wants to see your pet's best Halloween costume. Log on to abcnews4.com/Halloween Pet Contest to upload a picture of your pet in costume, and you could win a free pet portrait session from Low Country Focus Photography.